came up in lights. Don Miller is live every Thursday night. He's bold, he's real, no filters, no shade. When hits the mic, the truth gets laid. Don's in the building, his swag so tight. Check your feelings, he's exposing all the lies. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage. The man's got soul like a record with age.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, I'm so excited about the broadcast tonight. Got a lot to get to. Sorry about the few minutes behind schedule.
My fault.
But when you blow up, you blow up, okay? Phil, thank you so much, man. The podcast doctor.
What's going on, man? I love the new intro, man.
Man, thank you so much. My man over there, shout him out, Phil.
Kalen,
the photographer extraordinaire. But I want to shout at that little white lady, man.
Bro, listen to this. Hold on. This.
That little white lady, man.
We got to vibe this. I love this.
Man, she say I got soul like a record with age.
Like a record with age.
Oh, thank you so much, Amber Kushia. Thank you so much. Amber is killing it right now. She is doing it, and she is a vital part of this broadcast. I want to shout out the podcast doctor for introducing the Don Miller Show to this young lady. She's talented at a very high level, and we expect for her to be a part of this broadcast for a long-ass time. Shout out to you. I'm going to stop calling her a little white lady and call you professional. Okay, Amber Kusia. I know her uncle, and he was a good man. He's still a good man. He's retired. Ain't it amazing how you people all the way over there, back over there, back around there, you still know their family?
It's a small world.
But I got my man in the studio 23 years ago. 22 years ago.
Yeah.
I landed on the radio. Well, I landed on the radio, and I got fired. This is my friend. This is my brother. This is family.
Yes.
Joining me on the Don Miller Show podcast. If you've been listening to this show for any period of time, you've heard him, but you may not have seen him. He's the morning guy for the last 20 years from 5 to 10 a.m. on WOKB Radio, 100.7,
Yeah,
1680 a.m. in Orlando.
Yeah.
Glenn Allgood.
Yeah.
Man, that's my dog, man.
Man, what's going on?
We got this dude in the studio.
Don Miller, the ignorance killer.
Hey, Phil. Man, this dude been on the radio with me. When me and Holly Holloman, rest in peace, Rosie.
Yeah.
When me and Holly got fired, Glenn was the producer.
I was.
They didn't fire Glenn.
No, they did. They needed me to play the music.
They fired me and Holly in the commercial.
He need to hit the buttons.
And we was getting ready to leave, and they tell us to come on out. Y'all got to go.
Yeah.
And we looking at Glenn like, come on. He like, no, they ain't fired me. He's like, I'm still here. They let me keep my job, man.
It was like 6 huge Orange County cops.
Right, they came and told us to leave, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Geoff and Amber and LaTanya, in charge of the fragrance ministry, Adley Hay, everybody who has supported this broadcast. We just are so grateful. We have a video out now that I haven't seen it, but I think it's at almost 400,000.
Wow.
It's been up less than 48 hours. Shout out to Amber who clipped that. And then we got a conversation coming up next week with some people. We don't want to talk about it too fast. But a lot is coming, and this is why I wanted to recruit Glenn Allgood to come join me in the studio. He's been with me from the day I started this whole thing. It was me, Glenn, and Holly Holloman. We love Holly. We miss him, man. We had some good times.
We did, man.
And when they fired me and Holly, they kept Glenn. He was saved, though. He's a Christian. And it was a Christian station. But they told me, Don Miller, you cuss too much on the Christian
That's
network.
what he told him.
They cuss too much on the Christian network. I know every Christian I know cuss.
Man, you used to keep it going, though, Don.
I
you
know,
used to keep
man.
it lit around there, bro.
It was lit, wasn't it?
Oh, man. Oh,
So again, thank you so much, everybody. Got a lot to get to. I posted the show today, and I don't remember what I posted because I talk 100 miles an hour, got a lot going on, but it was something about the behind the mask, okay? And you know what it was, Phil?
The puppeteers?
Yeah, behind the mask, political. There we
There
go.
it goes.
Behind the political mask, who's the puppeteers? And I came up with this a long time ago. And Glenn, you've been on the air with us a long time.
Yes,
we've
sir.
seen people blatantly change their identities when they got elected, like become somebody else. We like, dude, you was the weed man.
You did a show, something called Code Switching.
Code switching.
Yeah,
Remember that
I
years
do.
ago? And we and it's okay, I think, to fit in, to be a part of a system. I think all of us has had to at some point kind of integrate ourselves into a different environment. And
Right.
I find no issue with that. You
Okay.
know, for those who have hung out with me, a lot of y'all, especially the ignorant Negroes, say I change when I get around certain people. Well, guess what? All right. I'm trying to win. Okay? I'm telling you what, I'm trying to win.
Bill and them, you talk like this.
But I ain't get around Billy. You've been around Billy and those guys
Yeah,
too, okay?
yeah.
And it's not that you're changing. We have a wonderful culture. There's nothing I love more than being a black guy.
Okay.
And I enjoy being an old black guy more than I did a young black guy.
Okay.
Because slowly the filter is coming off. You
So
follow
it's
me?
more fun to be an old black guy than
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
man. Glenn, remember we was young, man. We had to be careful, couldn't
you-
say everything.
yeah.
You know, remember?
Well, that's how they hauled you out of the radio.
That's
station.
exactly. I was young.
You said what
Like,
you
I
were
said-
feeling.
and they were like, "You're too young to say what's on your mind."
Okay.
So now I'm older and I'm saying what's on my mind, and I think it's resonating with a group of people.
Yes.
And I thank you so much for that. But I want to spend some time on the importance of just being real. And I want to go and hit something behind the mask. Who's the puppeteer? I've been watching this young lady, Jasmine Crockett.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of mine, giant donor to the Democratic Party, really, really big donor. And he's like, Don, I'm out. And I was like, why are you out, man? He's like, I'm out because I'm hearing that they're going to run Jasmine Crockett for president or vice president.
What stranger things have
And I
happened?
said, Bill, they can't do that. He's like, look what they just did. And I
Right.
said, okay, maybe they can, right?
Right.
And then I start calling my friends about Jasmine Crockett because I could tell you ever come from the hood. I'm sorry, that's a ridiculous ass statement. For those of us from the hood, you happen to be from a little place called,
Miami.
and what part of Miami?
I'm from Liberty City.
He had to think about it because he didn't want to tell nobody. He's from Liberty City.
Liberty City.
And it's okay to be from those type of areas.
From the hood.
It's okay. Look, I'm from the hood. Don't know my daddy. And when I look back on that aspect of my life, single mama, I don't find it sexy at all.
Okay.
Ain't sexy.
Okay.
The struggle was never sexy, Glenn.
The
okay?
struggle's not sexy.
The
no.
struggle is not sexy.
Okay.
Would you agree?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's ugly.
It's ugly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then when I look at people who never had to engage in the struggle, but they shift back and attach themselves. You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
With this, like, you know, I know a guy, he's always talking about how he was a gang member and Negro, you was never a gang member, okay? Stop. And he's like, yeah, man, I got shot. And you never got shot at. And so it's okay to come from structure and have a daddy at home and do well in life. And we all slip up. We've all had struggles. But I can tell you, I look at it, I use it to propel me, but I'm not going to brag about it in a public scenario, or I'm not going to act like I'm something that,
Certain people think that it'll give them street cred.
and that's the point. So I'm looking at Jasmine Crockett the other day, and she's out here with the eyelashes and nodding her head.
Big booty, bad body.
Yeah, Jasmine
one,
Crockett.
okay.
Yeah, who called what's the white lady name?
Marjorie
Anyway,
Taylor,
Yeah,
whatever?
she called
Marjorie
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's way over there.
Okay.
Let's just take her out the conversation.
All right.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is way over there. Something wrong with Marjorie Taylor.
Just trying to make a connection.
But
for
something's
the
wrong
people.
with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Even the Republicans and the white people know that there's something wrong with her. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm listening to this beautiful young black woman
She is.
who is acting like the type of women that you, Glenn, and myself, and many of black men who were trying to figure their lives out would flee from. Right? Tell me if I'm wrong, Phil.
Yeah.
Like, you're a congresswoman. Why are you acting like
Let
this?
me bring up an old term that you coined.
Go ahead.
Hood ratus.
Right, hood ratus. That's the Greek. That's Greek. Okay, hood ratus.
Hood ratus.
And so, Glenn, you and I know I've spent my life in politics.
Yes.
You know how many of my friends were black women in Congress. You know,
Yes.
you know them. You know this, okay? And they were intelligent and they were articulate. Even if you didn't agree with them politically,
Yeah.
they carried themselves.
You always got Maxine on the phone.
Yes, any
Miss
of them.
Corrine, all of them.
All of them.
They all call.
Sheila Jackson.
Sheila,
you know,
yeah.
all of them, right?
Yes.
I drove up to Palm Coast to talk to Shirley Chisholm more than once. And these were articulate, classy women. Politically, they may have been opposite of the conversation that I am, but I respected them because
You
they
did.
carried themselves
And they were your good friends.
in a certain way.
Yes.
So I'm looking at this young lady and I'm saying to myself,
Jasmine Crockett.
what is this about? And then I started to do some research.
Oh, no.
And I was appalled by the fact that not only did this young lady come from structure, she went to excellent schools.
Okay.
She went to St. Louis Country Day, another school in St. Louis, St. Mary's Institute. These are high-end $35,000, $40,000 a year high school.
It's apparent. You hear her vocabulary?
Then she went to Rhodes College in Memphis.
Yeah.
Less than 8% of the student population at Rhodes College in Memphis are black. Then she went to the University of Houston Law School, and she graduated and achieved at every place she landed.
Okay.
And I cannot believe at all that she behaved like this in those environments.
Behave like what?
Ratchetness.
Okay.
This attachment to this ghetto persona.
Urban.
Ghetto. You call it urban, I'm going to call it
Urban.
ghetto, right?
Okay.
And then I look at her dad's a minister. Her mom, from what I talk to people, is a wonderful lady who took a second job and worked at Neiman Marcus in St. Louis to help.
Put Jasmine through school?
And you're out here like this. And I'm asking the question, why? What is this about?
You feel like they're embarrassing?
No,
She's embarrassing them?
You've achieved too much, young lady,
Yeah.
to go back to this. This is not who you are.
Well, she's a congresswoman.
That's the point. You're one already. And I'm like, damn, who are you trying to identify with? And then I want to say this to these black women who done well, and to her Delta sisters, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Why y'all think this okay? This is not okay. I got a little sister. I love her. She is my girl. She's intelligent. She's articulate. Her name is Tiffany Moore Russell.
Oh, yeah.
She is the clerk of the circuit court in Orange County, Florida. She is also a regional director for Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Sorority.
3 states, 4 states. And she's a lady, and she's a classy lady. Now, when we together, can she be Timo from T-Lo? For sure, okay?
Timo from T-Lo?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tangelo,
Yeah,
right?
Tangelo Paul.
But out in public, she's a lady, and she carries herself as such.
Very much so.
I can go down the list of young women. Glenn, you know how long I've been in politics.
Yes.
Young lady. Is anybody going to raise their hand and ask her why she's doing this?
Jasmine Crockett?
Come on. That's not who you are. There's no way she was at Rhodes College.
But she feels like she's representing for her
Who?
constituents. She's representing
Who?
for her peeps.
Who are her peeps? Because all these black women who standing and cheering for this nonsense, let them get to Congress and see how they act.
She's trying to keep them engaged, Don Miller.
Okay, all right.
Trying to keep them engaged. Trying to keep them engaged.
Well, let me just say this. It's not okay. It's horrible. I hate to see it because I know she's not this person.
You talking about her behavior, her
I know she's not this
gesticulations
person.
and
Yes. I know this young lady is not this person. And I don't know why this whole struggle mindset has become so appealing and sexy to those who did not struggle. Let me repeat that. Somebody over there to hear me. Why is this fake-ass struggle attachment to the struggle? This ain't even culture, man. This ain't culture. I know what culture is, right?
So are you calling Jasmine Crockett a phony?
I'm calling her phony adjacent. Okay?
Phony, okay.
You went to amazing schools, young lady. Brilliant. I know you're smart.
Yeah.
I know people who know you, and they all say, who is, and many people like, who is this? The teachers at your school at Rhodes, 2 professors that I'm friends with. What is this about? Is this where the Democratic Party is shifting to?
Oh, are you kidding? She's playing to her audience.
Glenn, that ain't okay. She got some white audience members, okay? I think right now what I'm seeing is just so disingenuous. I would love to see her sit and have a real conversation without rolling her eyes. And I just, I feel like, man, we losing one, guys. We losing one. We need an intervention. Maxine, man, somebody, y'all, if this is what you think is going to do well in the midterm.
Yeah.
It's not.
Sometimes her lace front is slightly askew.
Slightly askew. Right. You caught that, huh? That's not me.
No, it's not you.
No, you make $189,000. Your lace front should be on point.
On point.
Oh my God.
Right?
No, he's right.
Right,
Phil,
for real, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Phil, he's
Phil, right? I'm just saying, man, listen to me. So then I'm watching her on CNN. And this is what bothers me. Phil, play that clip.
Which one?
The CNN clip, Jasmine Crockett in the studio.
I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel a way and why you can't make me doubt who I am is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison. And that is the life that we have always lived.
Okay,
so
stop
the
it right
only
there.
people that are crying.
Stop it right there. Hold on. All right. So let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. We know she's all the way over there, around there, back up in there.
Oh.
But let's talk about Sim saying comparing her to Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert.
You cannot compare her to Lauren Boebert.
Why not?
Because Lauren Boebert was born in Altamont Springs, Florida.
Right here. Seminole County?
Lauren Boebert.
Yes. Wait.
That's her?
Her mama was out there in them streets.
Okay.
Her mama moved to Colorado when she had her as a young mother, moved back to Seminole County. Lauren Boebert went to high school, dropped out of high school because she had a baby at 18.
Right.
Only went back to get her GED 2 years ago.
Good for her.
Okay. Lauren Boebert was out there Lauren Boebert is a 38-year-old grandmother. Lauren Boebert is us.
What? Whoa,
No.
whoa.
She's a 38-year-old
What?
grandma.
Lauren Boebert's a 38-year-old white grandma. Now, let me just say that.
Why did you say that?
Huh?
Why would you say that?
Let me tell you why I say that. I'm
Why
glad
is that
you asked.
significant?
I'll tell you why. Because if you're going to attach yourself to a struggle, then you should have information on the other people that you're saying did not.
Okay.
Lauren Boebert is white. On the paper, she would be considered white trash.
I knew you were going to say
I'm going to tell you right now. On paper,
I knew you were going to say that.
Lauren Boebert is an achiever. Lauren Boebert comes from nothing. Lauren Boebert's mom said a wrestler was her daddy.
Who?
Hold on, I'll tell you a name. Wait, a famous wrestler was her daddy.
He wasn't even a wrestler. He was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler. He wasn't even a wrestler. He was a famous wrestler, but he did a DNA test, and he wasn't even the daddy.
No.
Yes.
You can't visit the sins of the mom on the daughter.
No,
You can't
I'm not
do
saying
You
that.
can't project the
I'm not
sins of
saying
the
that.
mom on the
I'm
daughter,
saying
Doc.
this. If we're going to say, if Jasmine Crockett's going to say that she worked harder or had to struggle more, Jasmine Crockett had a daddy at the house that was a pastor,
Right.
a hardworking mama.
Right.
She went to great schools. Lauren Boebert was born in Altamont Springs and bounced around, had an early baby, never finished high school, as a grandma at 38, then had failed relationships and a failed marriage, been arrested 3 times.
So she's more qualified to talk about the struggle.
Yeah! Yeah!
I feel you. Okay. All right.
Lauren Boebert been arrested 3 times in the last 5 years. Huh?
Stan Lane.
Huh?
Stan Lane.
Stan Lane. Remember him? That was supposed to be her daddy. They did a DNA test. That ain't even Lauren Boebert's daddy.
Wow.
So this is my point. And guess how I know this?
How do you know
Because
this?
I knew a lady in Altamont Springs who knew Lauren Boebert's mama.
I figured
when
you
Lauren
did.
Boebert's mama was on the struggle. You follow me?
I'm 436.
436. And she bounced around from guy to guy. She moved to Colorado with a guy and then ended up back in Altamont Springs.
Yeah.
And just what we would say a very shit childhood.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Lauren Boebert found her footing, allegedly, we think.
Well, she's
a congresswoman, right?
She must have.
A 38-year-old grandma, her 17-year-old son.
Why do you keep saying that?
Stay with me. Stay with me.
All right.
A 17-year-old son just had a baby, right? I keep saying 38-year-old grandma because I know a bunch of white folk, and all the 38-year-old grandmas I know are black. Phil?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know very many 38-year-old white
There are people
grandmas.
who are watching you right now.
Yes.
So you're grandma shaming her right now.
I am grandma shaming.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, Lauren Boebert should be playing that culture, that card at a higher level.
She could do it and it would be authentic.
It would be
I
authentic.
get what you're
Lauren
saying.
Boebert been her field. Pull up Lauren Boebert's arrest
I want to
record,
see
right?
it. Yeah.
Lauren Boebert been arrested like 3 times
So
recently.
in our vernacular, she the real one.
She the real one. But again, because of who we're talking to,
Yeah.
let's say this real quietly and loudly at the same time. Quietly first. Books don't bite. Books don't damn bite, man. Go read something, man. Listen, I ain't supporting Lauren Boebert. I don't know Lauren Boebert from Adam, but I know that little old white lady who I love, who was listening to me when I was on the Big 810, and I saw it, like, she was like, man, her mama, she was going through it, and we just loved on them, and the Christian folk went to Calvary Assembly Church, this lady and her husband.
Right there in Winter Park.
Her husband passed, and they was like, that was Lauren Boebert's mom. And I was like, Lauren Boebert who? Lauren Boebert from Colorado, the congresswoman? She said, yeah, she was born in Altamont. And I was like, Altamont? And then I was like, damn.
Yeah, me too.
Phil, am I making this up?
Don't look like it now.
So my point is this. Why do black folk feel the need to switch to certain scenarios to identify with us? I grew up poor. I ain't have nothing. We had roaches. Go in the kitchen, turn the light on. Man, it was hell to be seen, right? Okay? My mama, rest in peace, mama, she did what she had to do.
Yeah.
I had like 9 uncles in like 5 years, okay? Telling what I know, not what I heard, okay?
Uncle Earl.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay? The point I make is this. Here's a young lady who zoomed through it and achieved.
You're referring to Jasmine Crockett.
Yes.
Congresswoman Jasmine
Why
Crockett
is it
from Texas.
Why is it necessary? Why is it necessary?
Again, to keep the young people engaged.
Damn. When that's a damn shame.
She's doing
And
what she has to do.
and
She thinks she
I
has
just
to do
want to
it.
know who's the puppeteer.
Oh, wow.
Who has said that that's a good idea? Who thinks that that's okay? Because all of these old heads, we just lost Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yeah.
We just lost Eddie Bernice Johnson, who is from Dallas, who's from the same area. Jasmine
Crockett.
squeaked by and beat the lady, the other brilliant black lady she ran against. She was a brilliant black lady, sharp. She squeaked by and beat her. And who's saying this is okay as opposed to like take it to another level and articulate and engage the American people? And you're out here talking about, you still got that clip queued up?
I got to fast forward it back.
Okay, think about this, right? When I listen to a young black educated woman out here singing the song for HBCU,
What?
and you had
what song is that?
just like HBCU, we gotta support HBCU.
Oh, okay.
How many opportunities does she have to go to HBCU?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
All of them. Okay, say she go to Rhodes College. Rhodes College maybe 65,000. Okay, then you go to University of Houston Law School. You could have went to the law school right down the street from the University of Houston, the wonderful Thurgood Marshall Law School at Texas Southern, right down the street, right over there.
At
right?
TSU, yeah.
Okay, you could have went to your school, FAMU, Florida Agriculture and Mechanical.
Right here in Orlando.
So there's some lanes I want you to stay in when you didn't choose that. Because if you got accepted there, I guarantee you got full rides to your school.
This is almost something like when Kamala was.
Right,
You were
right.
like,
I grew up in the
"Wait a
middle
minute."
class.
Huh? I grew up in the middle class. Yeah. The point I'm making is this. What are we doing? And why do we find it okay to continue to support this type of nonsense? It's okay to be authentic. When are we going to get that back? Man, I run into people, they be like, man, Don Miller, man, you know, I don't agree with you, man, but you always.
You do hold it down.
Dude, that's all I can do.
So is her behavior shameful for you, Don Miller?
Because of what she's achieved? Hell yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. If she had Lauren Boebert's history, I wouldn't say a damn word. I'd be like, the struggle is real.
She's only doing what she does.
She only doing what she does.
Okay.
I would say that if she had the history of the white lady congresswoman, Lauren Boebert, the 38-year-old grandma, I keep saying that.
I know, right?
Hashtag, right? I would be like, wow, Lauren Boebert has taken hers to another level. I don't understand why black people feel the need to engage in this ridiculous ass nonsense that's disingenuous. We're all not like that. Even if we come from it, we're not like that.
She's a young person, Don. Come on,
No,
20,
but guess
25.
what? But that same dog that bring a bone will carry a bone.
Carry
Now
a
watch
bone.
where her money came from.
All right, I wanna
Go
see.
look at where her money. Money came. She came from a lot of personal injury lawyers and a lot of the medical.
All right.
Okay. That same dog that bring a bone, carry a bone.
All the time.
I think the best advice to a young person landing in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill in the Rayburn office building or the Cannon office building and any of these congressional seats from anywhere in the country, and Glenn, they've come to me for advice, as you know.
Yes.
Push legislation that is going to directly affect the people that vote for you. Now watch this. You can like Corrine Brown or hate Corrine Brown. Corrine Brown pushed legislation that directly affected the people that voted for her.
She did.
And you can go down the list of people who look like Corrine Brown and Maxine Waters. Again, they pushed legislation. Phil, can you put up some of the legislation that Jasmine Crockett has sponsored?
Can you read that?
Yeah, I can read it.
All right.
House Bill 8676, Emmett-Less Act of 2024, aimed at reducing emissions through innovative environmental strategies. Let's look at House Bill 6462, the Readiness Act, focused on enhancing national preparedness and response to mechanisms.
I see that.
House Bill 7820, Abortion Care Awareness Act. Rural Housing Voucher, House Bill 7412. And Alert Communities Act, House Bill 7226. Come on, really?
Now, did she sponsor these acts?
Yes.
Or?
So listen to me. So she giggling and she dancing and she dropping it like it's hot and she using a vernacular that sounds like something we would say.
Yeah.
But she's sponsoring legislation that is directly in no way going to affect the Negro who pressed that box. She represents a community of about 775,000 people. Almost 50% black. Hispanic. Okay? Black and Hispanic, probably 70%. But look at what she's sponsoring.
I see what
so
she's
she's
sponsoring.
doing one thing and she's saying another.
Wow.
Because what? What's what? Books don't do what? Books don't bite. So she's dancing and jigging for you Negroes. And she's going out writing legislative action for the people that wrote the checks. I want to see her with a bill talking about HBCUs. You talking about HBCUs. I want to see a bill dealing with issues of pregnancy and the high mortality rate among black women, right?
Are you saying that she can be bought?
Put her bills up one more time. Well, I'm just telling you, man. Look at the bills that she has sponsored. right?
Field play.
Readiness
I love
Act
the sound effects.
focused on enhancing national preparedness. The Negro ain't never gonna be prepared as long as he's in the struggle.
What about the abortion care awareness
Designed
act?
to increase public awareness and access to abortion care services. Planned Parenthood gave a little change. I bet you. Go look.
I don't
Go look.
believe you.
Rural housing voucher enhancement intended to improve housing voucher program for rural communities.
Maybe she's just an American that picked these causes and, and backed them.
We
and
shall
supported them.
overcome someday.
Chad Siebel. That's Chad. Hey,
She's
Chad.
she's sponsoring legislation that look like Lauren Boebert legislation. Follow the money.
Follow the money.
Come on, man.
Chad Seibel.
No, I love Chad, man.
Yeah. Hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad. So let me just turn the corner real quick. I wanted to get in here and hit
Please
on
do.
two
Why are
things,
you
man.
pounding this young lady?
No, because I'm looking at this and I wanted to, because I'm a rabbit hole specialist. I'll start reading one thing, Phil, and an hour later, I done went 30 steps away in a different direction.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Are you like that, Phil?
Yep.
That rabbit hole is tricky, man. Shout out to all those who find themselves in the rabbit hole, okay? Lauren Boebert worked at McDonald's in Rifle, Colorado, okay? Go look at her life. 2016, careless driving, unsafe vehicle, arrest. 2017, failure to appear on that charge, okay? 2023, removed from a movie theater for weird acts with a boyfriend. My point is this.
Lauren Boebert.
Right? And she fine. Have you seen Lauren Boebert?
Yeah.
Put Lauren Boebert on the screen.
Yeah, she's a hot 38-year-old
Yeah, she's
grandma.
at the hot 30.
she's
That's
hot.
Would you call her a gilf?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's a gilf?
Good grandma. I like to.
Ah, yeah. She is a gift. The point I make is this, guys. Just because you're my color, don't mean you're my kind.
Oh, man.
And we got to stop, and we got to stop cheering on nonsense just because it looks cool. When you're on Capitol Hill, act like you're on Capitol Hill. That's all. Go there to do a job. We keep voting for people who don't vote for us.
Less animation for Jasmine Crockett.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm
Tone it
asking.
down just a little.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
This is all I'm asking. Just bring it down so we can be like, whoo, man, look at that sister. Look at that sister, man. Look at her. I go back to the 60s with Shirley Chisholm. Okay, running first black woman to run for president. She was articulate and elegant and a lady, and they respected her as a lady.
There you go, Don.
Huh? Look at this, right? What is this about? What is that, guys?
Everybody was doing
No,
that. Are you kidding me?
You go find the other congressperson that did that. I'll wait.
They're all
you go
beat, too.
Go, huh?
I mean, they're all
right.
beat.
And you know the girl in the brown.
Everybody was doing the Kendrick Lamar when he
okay.
finished the halftime show at the
Show
Super
me the
Bowl.
congressperson that did it.
I don't know. Somebody else has had to do it.
Okay, show me the congressperson.
All right.
All right?
That
That's
was-
all I'm saying.
That was kind of weak, though.
Huh?
It was weak.
The
It was.
point is,
If it was good, I would be like, cool.
I need to see my
It was.
congressperson dancing for legislation. That's all.
How do you come up with
Dancing
this
for
stuff?
legislation.
That's really quick.
My name is Bill.
I'm standing here on Capitol Hill. Right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Okay.
knocking this young lady because I think she's bright, but I think she's got sucked in.
brilliant.
She's got sucked in. And if you lose who you are, I can't respect you. The game is to be sold, let's say it together,
The
and
game
not
not
told. That came out of the mouth of one of the greatest. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all what he did, but that's what he said.
He's a pimp.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's the PIMP.
So let me give you an example how the bamboozlement and how they have co-opted all these black women to run out with this bad messaging. Let me give you an example. Young lady by the name of Ayanna Pressley. Really smart.
Very smart lady.
Grew up in Chicago,
Yeah.
North Side. Mom worked for the Chicago Urban League, community activist for real. And she went to a school called Francis Parker, where high school might have been 40,000,
this
35,000.
in Chicago?
In Chicago, North Side.
Okay.
She might have been one of 10 blacks in the entire school at the time. I
Francis
think she's
Parker.
53 now, 52, 53. Ayanna Pressley, went to Boston University. Really, really sharp lady. And so she goes from Chicago, a prep school, to Boston University. She does well and goes to work for Joe Kennedy and then John Kerry. She was his political director, Senator Kerry.
Kerry.
I know John Kerry. I remember when she was working for John Kerry.
Yeah.
I remember she was working for Joe Kennedy. And just sharp, right? And she has gone to Capitol Hill and gotten sucked in. People say, Don, why do you say she was sucked in? Because it's a game, and we have to read to know we're being played. So Ayanna Pressley represents a district in Boston where Walgreens was closing stores.
Okay.
Let's play that clip.
Mr. Speaker, Walgreens is planning to close yet another pharmacy in the Massachusetts 7th, this time on Warren Street in Roxbury, a community that is 85% Black and Latino. This closure is a part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities like the previous closures in Mattapan and Hyde Park, both in the Massachusetts 7th. When a Walgreens leaves a neighborhood, they disrupt the entire community, and they take with them baby formula, diapers, asthma inhalers, life-saving medications, and of course, jobs. These closures are not arbitrary, and they are not.
Right. No, keep playing that because he said something else I want to hear.
All right, I'll fast forward.
Okay, play that a little more. Watch this.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
Because she made some great points. How dare you, Walgreens?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
How dare you, Walgreens?
How dare you, Walgreens?
Right.
Yeah.
Taking jobs and baby formula.
Yeah.
All the little
Formula,
words.
diapers, asthma inhalers, life-saving medications, and of course, jobs. These closures are not arbitrary, and they are not innocent. They are life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination. That is why I joined with Senator Markey and Warren to demand answers from Walgreens CEO.
Okay, stop it right there.
Wow.
Brilliant. Walgreens, how dare you? Black lady, Boston University, prep school in Chicago. Mama was an activist, not an actorvist. Her mama was an activist.
Activist.
Not an actorvist.
Okay.
We got some actorvists, then we got some activists.
Real.
Her mama was an activist.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Solid lady, did great work in the community for a long ass time. Ayanna Pressley goes to D.C., right? And attacks Walgreens for his racist acts. Pretty much what she said, right,
That's
Phil?
what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah? At the time, the CEO of Walgreens just happened to be Rosalind G. Brewer. How dare she be a racist? How dare the CEO of Walgreens, Rosalind G. Brewer, how dare she close stores in the black community? She's a racist. Can we see this lady, Rosalind G. Brewer? How dare this racist white lady? Can we see a picture of her? How dare she do this to us? Phil? Oh, damn. Who's that? That's Rosalind G. Brewer, the CEO of Walgreens. So the CEO of Walgreens, Rosalind G. Brewer,
She looked pretty
a
black to
proud
me.
graduate of Spelman University,
Uh-huh.
and she finished the executive business schools at Stanford, Wharton, and University of Chicago.
Impressive.
She's a scholar and she's brilliant, and she was first at 39 the CEO of Sam's Club. And that wasn't enough. She left Sam's and became the COO of Starbucks before heading to Walgreens. And then this black lady goes and says Walgreens is a racist operation when you knowing your sister girl is the CEO. But guess what? Nobody reads. And you can't tell me that Ayanna Pressley ain't got some friends that are friends with Rosalind
With
Brewer.
Rosalind Brewer.
I can tell you for sure. But it's a trick. It's politricks, not politics. And we have to stand against politricks. I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe, Glenn. All
the
good?
old banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, man. So think about this. Glenn, pull that back up, because I'm getting ready to hit a point. I want everybody to get comfortable with
Maybe
this.
she just misspoke, Don
No.
Miller. Maybe she spoke out of turn.
Replay the Ayanna Pressley at
Come
the
on.
podium talking about Charles Walgreens, who founded this company. Chuck was a good man. Founded this company on the North Shore of
I don't wanna
Chicago.
see this.
And Chuck Walgreens was a good man, did great work in the black community a long time. And
So did she take it there?
No,
Why
play the
was
clip.
there no
Watch
community
this.
input, no adequate notice to customers, and no transition resources to prevent gaps in healthcare? Shame on you, Walgreens. Having a website with talking points about health equity and underserved...
Stop it right there. She should have said, shame on you, black woman, for finding this okay. Did she say it, Phil?
No.
Shame on the black CEO of Walgreens,
Right.
who grew up on the north side of Chicago.
Right.
Walgreens headquartered on the north side of Chicago. How dare you, black woman, do this to us?
Rosalind Brewer.
Yes. Did she say it?
She did not.
Why didn't she? Because it's politics. There's no way she read that statement and nobody said to her, hey, can we get you on a conference call with Miss Brewer, the CEO? Phil? Is this politics or politics?
Politics.
So I'm saying when we see Ayanna and go up, when you in Congress, you have access at a level that most people don't have access to. You go up there and you call Walgreens Corporation racist. And you talk about it taking Pampers and asthma inhalers.
Yeah.
All those are talking
Life-saving
points.
Stuff. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, nice bullets.
And predominantly black community, so we got asthma for sure.
Yeah, those were buzzwords.
Okay, and we need Pampers, right? All the bullet points that are driving a narrative.
Yeah.
But not one point did this black woman say, black girl magic. I'm going to call my sister from Spelman, who is the CEO. Let's open the phone lines up, man. Can we take a couple of phone calls for you? Man, y'all think I'm playing. I ain't playing with y'all, man. I'm doing this for real. I need this income. I'm getting old. My knee was hurting yesterday, and I'm telling you right now, give me a call, 352-717-4071. We're going to take a couple of calls. My guest in the studio, my friend for life, my brother, Glenn Allgood. The Glenn Allgood Morning Show. Get up.
Rise and Shine Mornings with Glenn Allgood. Every morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on WOKB 1680.
What's the website?
The website is WOKBradio.com.
Absolutely, man. He played inspirational music, man. Oh, man. Thank you so much, guys. Listen, but for Phil, I'm serious about this one. How are we comfortable with the okie doke all the time?
I don't know, man. People are sheep.
I'm just saying, when I first saw that clip, right, I had just talked to a friend of mine and he and I were talking about Rosalind Brewer. He was like, yo, man, you know, Roz is over there. She's CEO of Walgreens. I'm like, man, she's brilliant. You know, it's great. You know, blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, man, she's just, man, wonderful, wonderful. She's getting ready to wrap it up, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying to myself, that is amazing, man. We need to know more about people. We don't know about her, right? Mm-hmm. And we need to hear about her in the history books.
Rosalind Brewer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great husband, John. Just a good, these are great people. Like, these are people.
We got a call.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hey, you're on the Don Miller Show. Where are you calling us from?
San Antonio, Texas.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Go ahead. Hello? I think we lost him, Phil.
He hung up.
But
San Antonio, Texas.
But Phil,
you were talking about his congresswoman.
no, she's in Dallas.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just amazing. This is not okay, guys. This is not okay.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at Rosalind Brewer, who is dug in, right? Starbucks, Sam's Club, and then Walgreens, right? And go look at the boards she's been on. She's been on great boards since 2012. And then I'm looking at the black congresswoman from Boston. Boston is probably one of the most racist places I've ever been in my life.
I feel Boston the most racist northern
I'm telling you right now, I was
in the United States.
Absolutely. I was very uncomfortable in Boston when I went to the Stanley Cup in 2019.
Yeah.
I felt very uncomfortable. And I was called the N-word.
Really?
At the game. Yes.
Damn.
Yes, I was absolutely called the N-word at the game. Now, I was carrying a young, drunk white lady because I was helping her get to the car, but that's a whole nother story. But the point I make is this. She's from Boston, and she's speaking on behalf of the black community Roxbury in Boston.
My cousin and them were born there.
and this is a large black and Haitian community, okay? A lot of Haitians there. And she's talking about Walgreens Corporation closing stores in her district. And she's alluding to the fact that this giant corporation, Fortune 500,
Yeah.
is a racist corporation.
She did say that.
But not at one point did she say it's led by a black woman who went to Spelman College.
What does that mean?
We got a call.
She's pretty too.
Huh?
Yeah.
We got a call.
Okay, let's go to the phone lines.
All right, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, brother, this is
Oh,
Pap.
Pap.
Hey,
Hello.
Pap.
Hey, buddy, how you been?
How you doing, man?
I'm working hard, man, all the time. You know, like Mr. Holly used to say, like a runaway slave, man. Yeah.
That's what Holly used to say,
Yeah,
Pap.
listening. No, I know, man. I tell you, I know you miss him.
Yeah, we do.
It's a shame that he had to go. Well, I tell you what, man. The people like that, because you're politicians, you're talking about there. It's hard to trust them when they change that way.
Yeah. No, you're right,
Yeah.
Pap. You know, and I noticed this change. Thank you, Pap. We appreciate it. I noticed this change, Glenn, more in the black community than in the white community. Because white people get their ass right up out of there. One term, right? You change, you're out. If you tell us you're supporting the LGBT community, you go in there and don't, you're out of here. I'm saying, why is it okay for them to do this to us all the time?
You mean when you say us, are you talking about the people?
The Negro.
that represent- I knew you were
The
gonna- Go ahead and be
Negro,
plain,
man.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Are you saying that they're sellouts?
I don't know what's a
That-
sellout. I can tell you this. Until black people stop sending broke people to represent them, we're going to keep getting the same thing. Okay? I remember there was a guy, we were on the air, they say, I messed his campaign up. He was running for chief financial officer in Florida and had 3 foreclosures. Negro, you can't run for dog catcher.
Listen, that guy's my friend.
I know he's your friend, man. He's Phil. He got mad at me. And Jason Henry. He still don't speak to me.
Jason.
He speak to Jason. He speak to Jason. He don't speak to me. He was running for chief financial officer.
So,
he had foreclosures and all kind of nonsense. And I'm like, you can't run for no damn CFO.
Tom Miller, what would you have had her to say, though? And how would you have had her to address that situation?
Ayanna Pressley?
Ayanna Pressley.
About Walgreens?
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to the CEO, Rosalind Brewer, who's an African-American woman, a graduate of Spelman University, and someone that I think can address this issue better than any of the, she could even say white men in this corporation.
Wow.
Because she's the boss. No, but she wanted to play the game that she was standing up for her district and calling Walgreens racist.
Calling them out.
When Walgreens then did a bunch of companies that had not done, hired a black woman and put them at the top.
Good stuff.
Right?
She was hitting on something. I mean, I grew up in an all-white neighborhood in Miami.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And I watched it change. I watched the white flight, and it can.
But you watched the white flight,
watched the
and
white
when the
flight,
white
watched all
people
the stores
fled,
leave.
when the white people fled, y'all left too. Come on, Glenn.
We did not.
How long did y'all stay?
We stayed until the stores turned into flea markets, as they always do. You know how it goes.
You're right. Yeah.
Then there should be corporate responsibility.
Yes.
So now I have to applaud her on that. But if she didn't know that the CEO was black, that wasn't
That's
cool.
a problem too.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. There's no way, Phil. You think she didn't know, Phil?
No.
There's no way she didn't know that it was an amazing when and look, on the record, I follow Rosalind Brewer's career from Sam's Club, and my friends across.
A lot of people like her.
I know a lot of people.
A lot
Okay.
of people like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was already on the way up, right?
Yeah.
So if I knew that she was the CEO of Walgreens,
Okay, y'all get it.
how the hell the Congresswoman didn't know? Or the Congresswoman knew, but the agenda was already set to call Walgreens racist. Oops, most of them are racist except for the lady in charge. You got to say something better than calling them racist. I'm losing friends right now, and I am encouraging my friends. First of all, you ain't my damn friend if you think that what I'm saying is over the top. I'm so over some of these people right now who think that this is okay to bamboozle people. It's enough. I'm tired of it. The fact is, when you see black women, this is all they getting, Glenn. They going out getting these black women, man. I got a shot from Tesla and Figaro the other day, and she sent me an inbox. Love you, T-Fig. I'll fight your ass, though. Tesla sent me an inbox the other day.
Tez look like she'll cut you.
Ted, you know Ted. Ted will fight.
Yeah.
Ted's will fight in church.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And, but they're sending these black women to do some of the most. Fonnie Willis. Huh? Fonnie Willis.
Was she the DA in Atlanta?
Yeah, DA in Atlanta gave her boyfriend. First of all, he was not her boyfriend. Okay? He was a good-looking dude, dressed well. There's no way.
She was a sugar model.
She was a Atlanta? You pick her in Atlanta?
I know, right?
Come on, dog. Huh? You pick this dude, Nathan Wade. You got a picture of Nathan Wade, man. Nathan Wade. See if you can get a picture of Nathan Wade and Fonnie Willis before we get out of here. What's the motto of this show? Listen, laugh,
and learn.
And learn.
Yeah.
So Nathan Wade, I don't go to Atlanta. And I don't go to Atlanta for a reason. Atlanta's a trap.
What kind of trap?
Most of the men, most of them, let's
Most
be
of
clear,
them.
Phil, most of the men are what in Atlanta?
Gay.
Homosexuals. Right?
In Atlanta.
Oh, come on, Glenn. Don't sit over there. Jesus, Jesus.
I know.
Okay, they sissies, homosexuals, okay?
Right.
And the women are aggressive as heck. And it's a bunch of smoking hot women in Atlanta. Right? And I'm an old, fat, black guy. And I still can come up, okay? You follow me, Phil?
I was wondering where you were going with that.
If I can come up in Atlanta, right? I'm old, fat, okay? I'm walking a little faster now because I just got my knees taken care of Wednesday, okay?
Is that him?
That's Nathan Wade, dressed nice. Now let's see Fonnie Willis, okay? That's Nathan Wade, right?
How do you
So
spell- how do you
Nathan
spell
Wade,
that?
Fonnie, F-A-N-N-I.
Oh.
Maybe one N. So Nathan Wade, Fonnie Willis, they sent Fonnie Willis to go after Donald Trump.
They did.
That was a trick, right? So the white dude they went to first was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to just quit the job. That's
you.
Fonnie Willis. She don't look like that, though.
I was
Okay.
getting you ready to say that. Yeah.
She don't look like
Not
that.
like that.
So the white dude they was going to send after Trump was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to just quit and go work at the plant. Okay? He was out. Fonnie Willis was like, I'll go get Trump. I ain't scared of no damn Trump. And then she hired her boyfriend, who was doing speeding tickets, to go after Trump and the 97 lawyers, right?
Well, that's what she was supposed to do. Put her man on.
And he spent $600,000 on her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen to me.
To hire you.
Huh? I ain't mad at Nathan Wade. The game is cold. But Fonnie Willis, if he picked Fonnie Willis in Atlanta, come on there, right? He picked Fonnie Willis in Atlanta.
A little bit bad
You
body.
can't get off the train in Atlanta. Huh? Man, come on, man. What? You get a car and go to Atlanta, you can rent the car. You're going to be all right. The point I make, they keep getting these black women and they co-opting them and they having them do this work that is bad work, sisters. Let me shout out some of my people that are coming on to support this broadcast. Thank you, Adley. Corona's Cigar Company. I love y'all so much, Tanya and Jeff. Man, these are my friends. Corona Cigar. A bunch of locations. Sarasota.
Yeah.
Sand Lake Road.
Great sticks at Corona's.
Yeah, downtown.
Best.
Lake Mary. These are great people. These are my friends. They really allow me to just. No, they've never called me. It's like, don't say that.
Wait, who are they in the chat?
No, they're not in the chat. They're going to be in the chat forever. We're going to be doing a live broadcast. We'll let you know when from Corona Cigar.
That'd be fun.
Coming up soon. We'll put that out there. And pan out on my boots. These right here, guys, look at that.
Those are cold.
These right here, this is Stingray. And these boots, Stingray, soft bottom, courtesy of Skip's Western Outfitters, my good friend. Show Glenn's boots are courtesy. That's Cayman. That's pressed black. That's brown Cayman. Skip's Western Outfitters.
Skip.
Shout out to Skip. Patsos, my brother. Skip's 2 convenient locations. The mega store in Daytona across from the Speedway. And, of course, the flagship store, almost 40 years. And beautiful
They got everything in there.
Osteen, Florida. They got everything. Jeans.
Everything.
They got a whole women's department. But I just like to shout out my friends over at Casa Leon Jewelers in Lake Mary, Florida. Felix at Flex Auto. Man, I just thank you guys so much for just being behind what we're doing here. And they don't call me and say, Don, don't talk about that. Don't be offensive. Robbie at the Vineyard Lake Mary. And you know, that's my brother, Phil. So thank you so much again. We're going to come back next week. We're going to let you know next week when you could come out to a live broadcast if you are in Florida to see us do a live show. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened on a live show. We smoke cigars. We have a drink. If you Christian, we can get one of these pastors to come do some communion with you. So we're going to have a drink. Shout out to my pastor. Tell him who he is.
Reverend Dr. Wallace A. Frazier Jr. at St. John.
Glenn's a deacon at the church. I failed the deacon test. So
He did. They kicked him and Holly out.
But you do got your certificate though.
I took the deacon, huh?
But you do got your certificate though.
I got my minister certificate last
I
year.
know.
Yeah, so I failed the deacon test. Me and Holly had to leave. Glenn is still there holding it down on the deacon board. Shout out to all of those who have supported this broadcast. Follow us on all platforms. How can they follow you, Glenn?
Everything at glennallgood.com.
Mm-hmm. So do me a favor, guys. Shout out to Amber. Can you put Amber's logo up? Amber, I told Amber to change that damn pink logo. Did she put?
Well, no, I still have the old pink one.
Oh, you got to get another logo, Amber.
Okay.
You done graduated. You're in the big time now. Okay, Phil, the podcast doctor, thank you so much. Again,
Phil
thank
is
you,
the man.
everybody. Oh, he's great, ain't he?
Yeah.
So, listen, we're going to have Glenn back. I don't know. I'm just so blessed to have him come in here today. Glenn August's been with me almost 25 years. And thank you so much, man.
Man, I love you, man.
I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, I don't know where y'all going, but I'm out here to smoke a cigar and talk more stuff. But guess what? Follow me on all platforms. Subscribe and like. Tell your friends, subscribe and like. Listen, I got a viral video on YouTube, almost 500,000. Go watch it. Tell your friends, share. Can you share viral videos?
Yep.
Go share the video. It's me, and I'm talking about black people bitching and moaning, but we don't have a grocery store to ourselves. Bye-bye, everybody.
Check your feelings, he's turning wrongs to right. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage. The man's got